Hey, Shalom, this is a warrior from the Modesto, California camp. Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashim Kagudash. Double honor to the apostles, another great millstone. Shalom to hopefully elect. So I'm gonna start beginning my videos like this so I can put my face on the camera.
All right, this might hurt some.
Alright, so came across this video right here with this Jake dude reacting to this Edomite running his mouth. So go ahead and go into this right here, and you know, because it says, what does it say? White man. It says he's tired of black people.
Feelings, but whatever. I was just scrolling through my feed and I saw a couple of posts about how white people have no culture. And I'm just over this white guilt, white shame type stuff. I'm not advocating for white supremacy. I'm just advocating the end of white silence and the end of white guilt and the end.
Well, the thing is that the world is already under a vibration of Edomite supremacy. All right, and in fact, we'll jump back and forth between this and the scriptures, right? So, okay, we got that up. So first of all, let's establish the so-called white man is actually the nation of Edom, according to the Bible. All right, they would inherit the world through violence and the force of the sword, through theft and robbery. All right, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, of course, are the true Israelites according to the Bible. All right, so if I go over here to Job, um, is it chapter 9? Job 9, is it Job 9:27 or something like that? Job 9:24. So this is Job 9:24. And it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? Because Esau has stolen the heritage of Jacob. That's why they're calling themselves, so-called Jews. That's why they're calling themselves, over there in the land of Israel right now, saying that they are the Israelites, basically. Right? They call themselves Jews. They're Jewish. All right. But the claim is that they are the Israelites, which is a falsehood. It's a lie. It's not the truth. All right. And they have using that their image as the image of God to subdue the earth. All right. And they have robbed. All right. They started off enslaving the Israelites. All right. Persecuting and oppressing so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and ultimately have trodden underfoot the whole world. All right. Stealing everybody's natural resources, destroying their countries. All right. And this is what they have been doing for the past 500 or so years, is just going around robbing and stealing. And now he's complaining because judgment is falling upon him. As it says in the scriptures, the Lord requireth that which is past. Now, every hand of the, as it says in the scriptures, every hand of the laborers is coming upon him, right? Everybody's turning against him. I mean, we could just go uh to Habakkuk 2 and 5, actually 4. It says Habakkuk 2 and 4, behold his soul which is lifted up. All right, who's lifted up, been lifted up in the earth? the so-called white people, all right, the so-called white man, all right, their power structure, their system has dominated the earth through violence. All right. Yahweh Shai Shai gave this guy the power to be able to take the world by force through his technology that was given to him. Because it says that the smith, bloweth the coals in the fire. All right, that he had created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Right, Yahweh Shai Shai. As it says in the scriptures, the power of Israel is the creator of all things. All right, so the Lord lifted up this guy simply, to be the devil, simply to take peace from the earth, as it says in the scriptures. All right, and multiply wickedness exceedingly on the earth for the day of judgment. The wicked were created for the day of evil. All right, and this guy is moving towards his new world order, his digital system, the mark of the beast, which he wants to digitally enslave everybody. All right, even you regular Edomites, you know, you you guys are against yourselves because you're so damn evil, right? You don't even take care of your own. So this is Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? So this is what's happening now. All right. The curses are coming upon him. Everybody's turning against him. He's getting ready to be destroyed. All right. The nations are getting ready to come against him in World War III, including him own self. He's ready to destroy him damn self. Esau's tired of himself, bro. All right. This is the end of this system. All right. Of Edomite supremacy, so-called white supremacy, is being dismantled and destroyed. All right. That's why you're called a so-called white supremacist if you stick up and defend this wicked ass system that has been used to enslave and destroy the true Israelites. All right. And also, you know, uh, rob and steal from all the other nations too. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb? And that's what's happening. You're being taunted. You're being taunted. And you don't like it, and say, "Woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay." All right, which Esau, America is grossly in debt. All right, has ran up quite a bag. But let's go ahead and continue. Oh, actually, no. I think that was good. That's good. We'll continue.
Silence and the end of white guilt and the end of white shame, because our culture participated in nothing that your culture hadn't participated in previously. We didn't start slavery, but we damn sure ended it. And the only place that slavery still exists.
And that's also a lie. This guy did not end slavery. All right. Slavery just took on a new shape, a new form. All right. Israel is still, and so I mean, they're still inhabiting America. All right. They're still colonized South America. They still have South America colonized. North America is colonized. They are still, you Israelites are still enslaved under this guy's system. So I don't know what he's talking about. All right.
Are in people of color societies in Africa and the Middle East.
And Africa, you had Israelites that fled into Africa and mingled among them, but the Africans that were catching jakes and selling them, those were Hamites. All right, those are the dark races that are not of the nation of Israel. Those are Hamites. All right, they're not the same people.
The Vikings figured out how to circumnavigate the globe before the Islamic world ever figured out how to get their feet wet.
If you read the scriptures, you you would know that there were tribes of people that were coming to the Americas to gather riches and bring it back over to uh you know, so-called Middle East. All right, the land of Israel,
It wasn't us.
that area, the land, um the scriptures called this side of the world Arsarith. So they did have the ability, they were traveling across the globe back in those times. See, that's what it talks about. See, let's go over here and let's go to and I'm pretty sure it's Obadiah. Yeah. So Obadiah 1, well, let's start at 2 here. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Small, yes, so everybody's looking at you narrowly. You can read Isaiah chapter 14. This is what's happening. You're being judged. Your judgment is coming upon you. Everything's turning against you. This is why all this stuff is happening, and it's not gonna stop. All right, that's why the way that this guy feels right now is exactly what Revelation 12 and 12 talks about. That these Edomites are gonna come down with great wrath because they know they have a short time, because they know their time is up. They can feel it. They can see that their society is ending, and they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. The Lord's gonna have them turn up. All right, the Lord's gonna have Jake turn up too. It says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself," and watch, this guy's going to exalt himself, even though everything that has been produced by this guy has been through bloodshed, theft, and robbery. There is no great thing that you can talk about that these Edomites have ever done. All right, but the pride of his heart have deceived him. All right, they think that they did all these great things, and no, all they did was go around and robbing everybody, and then saying that they were the ones that did it. And it's all coming out. All the information is coming out, and you can't hide anymore, especially not with the prophets. Bringing out the scriptures and showing who you really are. You can't hide anymore. It's over. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." All right. We'll go to verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee. See, the scriptures are speaking. As it says in Habakkuk, it says the scriptures will speak and not lie. They're speaking for themselves. This is all happening. You're going down. You're being destroyed. It's over for you. You're through. Point blank, period, man. Yahweh Shemiel Shai it has determined your end. There is a line that you cannot pass. And your society is crumbling, and it's driving you crazy. Because everybody's bringing up all the madness that you've done. All your crimes. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. He doesn't know. He has no idea what's going on, man. Oh, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. This is why this is happening. You have shed the blood of the innocent. All right, you go to Psalm 55. It says, they that were at peace with you, you destroyed. Okay, and this was what was prophesied that you would do. This was your point. This was your purpose all along. And now judgment is coming down on you. Now the Lord is getting ready to throw your ass down. All right.
Us that was going into Africa and pulling the slaves out. It was other Africans grabbing them and enslaving them. We invented democracy. We invented the constitutional republic. The bubonic
Democracy is wicked as hell. All right. All this republic, this Senate, the House, the Representative, all this shit is nothing but a den for theft, corruption, bribery, lies, and falsehood. That is all democracy can ever bring and ever will bring. All right. And all it has ever brought was for you be able to buy and sell people's loyalty. All right. The Lord set up kings on the earth. All right. Specifically, the throne of David, to rule over the earth. All right. And that was through, Israel asking for that. But hey, man, this is the Lord's design. This is the way it was meant to be set up. All right, Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, David, the King. All right, it's the order this was set up, but this democracy, this electing presidents, electing Caesars. All right, that's all corruption. There's nothing but corruption. All right.
plague wiped out half of Europe. And what did we do?
That wasn't you guys. You guys got chased out. All right, as it says, as it tells you in Job, all right, that you dwelt in the clefts of the rock and brayed among the nettles, and that is why you're called a Caucasian, is because you dwelt in the mountains of Caucasus. That is where your ancestors came out of, well, first fled to, and then came out of during the Renaissance, which is what you're talking about. Because Jake took over Europe after the fall of Rome. All right. Jake took over Europe after the fall of Rome, and it became known as the Holy Roman Empire. All right. Funny how that works. And the bubonic plague, the so-called Black Plague, all right, swept across Europe and destroyed millions of Jakes. And then you guys came in and took it over. All right. Took it back, I guess, if you want to say that. The rebirth, as they call it, the Renaissance. Which means rebirth. You revitalized that old Roman Edomite society and system, which America is Rome all over again. All right.
Got together and discovered Western medicine and inoculation.
Western medicine, I mean, it has destroyed many more people than it's ever helped. It's well known and becoming more and more popular now that medicines are of the earth, and the scriptures tell you that. They literally diet and exercise is how you combat sickness. All right, this Western medicine is death. All right, it causes all kinds of different complications. It keeps you circulating in a system of being sick. All right, it doesn't even help the actual problem that and these vaccines have killed millions of people.
And vaccines. I'm not saying that we're better than you, but we're damn sure not worse.
He is that is exactly what he's saying. He's saying that he thinks he's better than you. That is exactly what he thinks. he thinks he thinks Edomites are, you know, the top nation on the earth. That's how Esau thinks. They think they're better than everyone.
There are 4 major ethnic groups in this planet. There are black people, white people, Asian people, and Hispanic people, and we are the smallest. And
That's absolute madness. There's a whole bunch of different nations on the earth. It is not broken down. And really, if you want to categorize it, you have the sons of God, which are the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the sons of men, which are the rest of the heathen nations, like Moab, Ammon, Elam, so on and so forth. And then you have the sons of the wicked, which is you, which is this guy, this Edomite here. All right. And he's right in saying that they're the smallest. They're the smallest group. All right, because you know, they're backwards, they're a backwards people. All right.
we are the only group that you're demanding shut up. And because we're not doing it anymore, you're just going to scream racist louder and louder and louder. And we are done caring. We are not ashamed of who we are. We are not better than you, but we're damn sure no worse.
And this is Revelation 12 and 12, bro. Esau is, you know, getting turned up. You know, there's going to be a war, man. There's going to be a civil war, economic collapse. All right, this is the judgment that the Lord is bringing upon America and upon, you know, Esau, period. All right. Everybody's against this guy. All right.
And if we're so freaking terrible, then why? Why does the entire Eastern world flock to countries that we created?
Why? Because the countries that you created were off the backs of all these other countries. That's why they're flocking over and mass immigrating into your lands, is because you destroyed theirs. You destroyed theirs. You kept your foot on them so that they couldn't develop. Consistently stole all their resources, even to this day, enslaved them, and use and abuse all these people with a continual stroke. It tells you he that ruled the nations in wrath with a continual stroke. You know, look, now America wants to go to Venezuela. Why? To rob them of their oil. All right, it's bad enough that they're already colonized, and you know, it's over. It's over. The jig is up, man. Everybody is wise to your nonsense, and it's over. This place is not gonna last much longer. All right.
Answer me that.
I don't think that he's wrong.
And then here you go. Then you got this fucking idiot right here, goofball ass dude, agreeing with this shit. It is silly. You Jakes need to wake up, bro. Esau don't give a shit about you, man. All right. So Job 14 and 5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Alright, so hopefully that's edifying. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem outside, Bashem Akakadash. Double honors to the apostles, knows a great millstone. Shalom to all.